So, my last few videos, I've been kind of talking about the things going on in politics. I'm not big into making videos about politics, but I will say that this has been a pretty exciting time for me the last few weeks. Things are going on, and I've been following it pretty closely. Most of my life, I've said this in the past, I followed politics quite a bit all through my life. And I've always been disappointed in government. I've just always been frustrated with it. Things are really happening. And in yesterday's video, I was even saying that I'm really worried that it's too good to be true. I really do feel like that they're going to figure out a way to stop all this. And obviously, one of the things that the big talk of the town is this D.O.G.E. I don't want to say the words because I do feel like YouTube would limit my reach if I said these words. But my videos have been doing pretty good since I've been talking about this stuff, so I thought I'd keep it up for a bit. It's kind of crazy to me how everything's being misinterpreted or falsely reported or just straight up lies. So they say that Musk cannot be part of the administration unless he is confirmed through the Senate. Well, that's just not true. A president can have advisors that are not approved by the Senate. The Senate approves specific heads of departments. So Secretary of Treasury, Department of Justice, those kind of things. Secretary of State, I think, is another one. Secretary of Defense. You get the idea. So those are actual departments. Of course, they do approve some others, like the FBI head and some of the other things. But you can have advisors. So they're telling you that Musk cannot be an advisor unless the Senate approves him. Well, that's just a lie, and they know it's a lie. It started back when, I think, maybe Roosevelt, I think it was, Woodrow Wilson would have been the first one. During the war, they had advisors. There was actually one advisor that lived in the White House underneath, I think, Franklin Delano Roosevelt. So during World War I and World War II, they had these advisors to, I don't know their exact role, but something to do with production of military things they need for the military, tanks, I guess, I don't know. So it started way back then. So now they're going to say it's unconstitutional that the Senate doesn't approve Elon Musk, even though two Democrats have already done it way back when. Now, I started looking into these czars, like the health czar and different things. I'm not sure those were ever approved by executive order. But that's the thing, is this D.O.G.E., which will actually, I think, will be eliminated somewhere in 2026, maybe like July of 2026. So it's not even like a full-time advisory role. It's just 1 year and it's over. So they're really blowing this out of proportion. So let's continue on. But the USAID, the thing that Trump did not shut down, he did not shut it down. He shut down the organization, but as far as the funding that they were doing, he just took it over to the State Department underneath Marco Rubio. So when they're saying they shut it down, nobody's going to get any of the money, that's just not true. And he did it, I think, through the executive order. So what's so amazing about this is they're saying that Trump cannot have Musk as an advisor. So I want to interrupt this video real quick and ask you if you can go over to my other channel. I'd really appreciate it. And subscribe. I think you're going to learn something. I know there are folks that really don't like that kind of stuff, but I think you're going to learn something, and it will make you more self-sufficient. Under executive order, or the D.O.G.E., that USAID was an advisory role of sorts under executive order from a Democrat, Kennedy. He wrote the executive order. So what happened was Congress approved funds to send overseas and told the President of the United States, Kennedy, to distribute it. So he said, okay, well, I need someone to do that. So he developed the Department of USAID. And we know that presidents can override previous executive orders. So when the last president, Biden, took office, he eliminated all of Trump's executive orders through executive orders. So it's very hypocritical of the complaint. It's okay for one party to do these things. It's not okay for the other party to do these things. The other thing that is a lie is they're saying Musk is shutting these things down. He is doing it. He is doing it. No, he is not doing any of that. He is simply, my understanding, created a software program, an AI program, to go through all these records and figure out what is money's being spent on. And when something gets flagged through the AI system, this department of 3 who are not getting paid are reported to the president. Musk did not shut down USAID. Trump specifically said himself, he transferred the department. He shut down USAID and transferred those funds over to the State Department, Marco Rubio. So now it's under an actual department. Before it was just an entity out there all by itself, like D.O.G.E. Now it is under a department which can be scrutinized by Congress, which is a good thing. It should be scrutinized. So before, when Congress wanted to see USAID's records, they said, no, you have no authority to look at us, which was kind of true. It's just kind of an entity out there all by itself, not regulated by the Senate or the Congress. Oversight committees, that's what Congress is supposed to do. Have oversight, and they couldn't do oversight. Marco Rubio said, I tried to look at these records when I was a senator, and they said no, they wouldn't give them to us. Couldn't give them through subpoena or anything. Well, now it's actually under the control of a department, actual cabinet department, that the Senate and Congress can have oversight of, because Congress approved that cabinet. They have to have control over it. It's under the spotlight, and that's a good thing. The other thing is if Musk was doing things without the permission of the president or the cabinet secretaries, he would probably be arrested almost immediately. If he came in and said, I'm shutting this department down, first of all, they have no authority. He has no authority. There is nobody that would have the authority to do that. Okay, he comes in, he tells the department, look, you're being shut down. He tells USAID, you're being shut down. Yeah, who are you? That's all it is. They don't have to follow his instructions. So the president would have him arrested if he was doing those kind of things, or kick him out of office, or all that stuff. And the thing I don't understand is, well, maybe I understand, and I'm not sure, is these Congress people are going out to the Department of Education building, beating down their door and harassing a security guard while they're saying all these lies. Do they believe their own lies? Now Trump's being sued, saying he cannot freeze money and investigate what the money is being spent on. They say you can't do it because Congress has already approved that money. It has to be spent. You have to do it. Well, okay, well then let me ask you this question. If it has to be spent, then why, and we've all heard the recording, did Biden say as vice president, that the money that was approved by Congress to go to Ukraine, he told us that he told the Prime Minister of Ukraine, or whoever he is, President of Ukraine, that if you don't fire that prosecuting attorney, you're not getting that money. So how could he make that threat? How could he say that? If Congress doesn't allow the executive department to hold funds based on criteria. Here's a second example. Congress approved money to build a border wall at the southern border. They did it when Trump was president the first time. Yet, when Biden came in, he froze all that. He stopped it and said, no, we're not going to do it. Now, he made excuses why he wasn't going to do it, but 4 years he didn't touch the border. He didn't put up one stick with the wall. How did he get away with it? Well, he said, well, we got to do environmental studies and wildlife studies, and they did all these EPA studies and studies and studies. And so they just put it on hold for 4 years. And then he started selling the materials, the border wall materials, at the end of his presidency. Well, how did he do that? Congress already approved the money. Yet he was able to go and stop the border wall from being built and then started selling the materials we already had on hand. It's hypocritical to say that Trump can't freeze money for a bit to investigate. And that's exactly what he said. Whether you believe him or not, that's beside the point. That he can't freeze money to look at where it's going. I mean, he's already found millions of dollars worth of fraud being spent that Congress didn't approve. We're supposed to believe that he can't stop the spending? Here's one. So after the freeze, after Trump said we're not spending any money until I figure out what's going on, FEMA sent $57 million to a fancy New York hotel that is housing illegal immigrants. So not only did FEMA violate Trump's order that the money was frozen, they violated federal law for aiding and abetting someone who is illegally in this country. That is a federal crime. You cannot, I know we have been doing it and we've made excuses why it's okay. Oh, they're not really illegal. Yes, they have committed a crime by entering this country. They are now a wanted felon. They can't be here, or they should be in prison, or whatever. So FEMA broke federal law by supplying money to this hotel to house illegal immigrants. After Trump said, no, you're not doing it anymore. So if FEMA can break the law for all those years and Biden can send money for all those years, then all of a sudden it's illegal for Trump to say, wait, no, we're going to stop this until we can look at it. It's a double standard, and the judges are stopping it. That's the thing. I mean, our judicial system is so corrupt. But as I said in yesterday's video, this is too good to be true. It's not going to last. The congressmen who have been getting kickbacks on all the money they've been spending. I mean, the military. Here's the one that's so funny. Military just failed an audit. Like $100 billion. Just missing. Where's it at? Nobody knows. And when Biden was in office, even the Democrats were upset about that. They were like, hey, where's that money? But now that Musk is going to audit that and say, where's that $100 billion that we lost and all that stuff? Oh, no, we want to put a stop to that. Well, that makes no sense. Either you want to find that money or you don't. We know, at least we're fairly confident, that immigrants that are not supposed to be here are getting paid Social Security. Social Security is about broke, and yet we're paying people who haven't even paid into it. A judge has said, no, you cannot look into Social Security and Medicaid. Well, why? Why can't a president look at records that he is responsible for? The president is responsible for the Social Security Administration and the Medicaid or Medicare administration. He's responsible for all that. So he's responsible for it, but he's not allowed to look at it or touch it or say, hey, where's that money going? Wait, no, we don't want to spend it over there. The other thing that the money's being spent on is dead people. Billions of dollars are going to dead people on Social Security. And that makes sense. I mean, there's no accurate way to track dead people. So the money goes straight into your bank account forever and ever and ever, and then you die, and then all of a sudden the spouse is just picking up that money. Wouldn't it be great to be able to audit that and figure out who's dead and stop that money from being distributed? No. Not allowed to look at the money that he is responsible for. And that makes sense. Congress said, President, we want you to distribute the money for Social Security. Okay, let me take a look at the books. No, No, you just pay it. That's not right. You know it's not right. So, if you'll click this up next box, it'll take you to a video to my other channel. I really do think you're going to like it. So if I can inspire you to look at the books so you can live your dreams. Thanks for watching.